Thank you for coming. I'm André from Startup Portugal, and this is going to be the Portugal stage from now on. First off, before I move on, I would like to thank everyone for being here. Obviously, I would like to thank the Portuguese Trade Commission for inviting us, and to the Portuguese Embassy of Portugal, of Madrid, I'm sorry, for inviting us and for providing us with this amazing opportunity. I won't take long. I will talk a little bit about Portugal and Startup Portugal, but I will talk a little bit about Startup Portugal to begin with. So Startup Portugal mainly works connecting the Portuguese ecosystem with all the stakeholders. So we connect incubators, we connect startups, founders, VCs, you name it. That's what we do. We also design initiatives to support and foster the growth of our ecosystem. And we implement the national strategy for entrepreneurship. Apart from that, we also design some public policies to support the government. Mainly, if it's concerned with startups and with entrepreneurship, you name it, we do it. So, to sum it up, this is kind of what we do. We try to attract people from other ecosystems to Portugal because we really believe that Portugal is the place to be. So, what about Portugal? Portugal, we usually talk about Portugal as a triple threat country. So I don't know if you guys like basketball or baloncesto, as you say here. It's all about three things. When you have the ball in your hands, you can dribble, you can shoot, you can pass the ball. Portugal has all of this, you know. It's all about the talent. We have the talent, we have the right infrastructure, and we have a welcoming culture, which is perfect for everyone. So this is a little bit out of date since I would say 2 months ago we actually have 5 unicorns, which is quite amazing. So if you sum all the unicorns in Spain, Italy and Greece, Portugal actually has more unicorns than all these ecosystems combined, which is quite amazing. The unicorn that's missing here is actually here, it's remote, so it's a new thing, and this is, I think, a statement for our talent and for what we can do as a community. We also have something that is really awesome that helps us connect all the ecosystem and grow together, which is the National Network of Incubators. It's the way we deploy our initiatives in a way that reaches the whole country, not only the big urban areas. And with that, we also can provide good services to make sure that our company survives. So when we talk about startups, we always know that 9 out of 10 will fail. Incubated companies in Portugal, not only startups obviously, but incubated companies have an 80% survival rate, which is quite amazing, I would say. Also, startups have been key for the economic recovery of Portugal over the last years. So if you look at these numbers, you can just figure out that in 2018, just prior to the COVID pandemic, startups were contributing to the GDP of Portugal by over 1%. Now we believe that this is something that has been growing. And last but not least, we've been raising a huge amount of money, which is quite amazing. And this year we're actually breaking the record of the most money raised by Portuguese startups, and we are on our way to 1 billion euros in investment, which is, again, quite amazing if you factor that we are only 10 million people living in Portugal. So our efforts are quite good. And we are up there if you just make a simple math of how much it implies per capita the money raised by companies in Portugal. We're right up there with Germany, France, Spain. So yeah, I would say that Portugal is quite amazing. Apart from that, about our talent and about our people, we are one of the best English-speaking countries in Europe and in the world, actually. We are one of the safest countries in the world, and we have amazing infrastructures when it comes to fiber optics connectivity and Wi-Fi internet. So just do the math, you know. We have good people, we have amazing food, we have amazing weather. So Portugal, I would say, is off the charts. So consider this, and thank you. Once again, I will leave now the stage for our startups to do the pitch for Portugal on my behalf. I believe that they will do an amazing job, and once again, thank you for being here.
Hi, good morning. My name is Mafalda. I'm here to present to you Explora. I'm the founder and CEO from Explora, and I'm going to present you our product and our strategy, growth strategy for the next years. It's not working. Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, so Explorer, it's a platform that delivers immersive and engaging experiences for physical and virtual tours in order to improve user experience and generate alternative revenue for cities, brands, and venues. Our platform works for real and virtual world, here we have a wrap-up of our main features that we have on our platform. And we are here today because we realize that we have a real powerful tools here in our platform that just came out from this pandemic. What happened is that we have clients that just started to came to Explorer to asking for engaging and impact experiences for their brands and for their audiences. So we see that our customers just need more innovative ways of engaging with their communities and generate alternative sources of revenue. And from the perspective of the users, they are really keen to have impact, engaging, interactive experiences and immersive experiences with the brands they love. So we now have a strategy of really betting on gamification, AR, VR, virtual tours, and introducing NFTs to our gamification system, and this is the reason why we are here. Why this bet? Why these features that we want to bet on? Well, virtual tours, it's a phenomenon that you already know, and it's something that is really rising. For virtual tourism, we see, for example, Amazon Explorer that just launched the virtual tourism in 2020, and we see also that there's more than 5 million visits daily on these virtual tours. Why gamification? We all know that the gamers and the gamification and the gaming is a really potential market. Is this not working again? It's not working again, I'm sorry. Okay. Now it's back. Okay. Okay, so we see that this market is really huge. We have 2.2 billion mobile gamers worldwide, and we also know that this is a market that values 76 B as an important market too. And why NFTs? We want to introduce NFTs on gamification because we see that there's a huge opportunity here to create engagement through NFTs. We know that it's a really emerging and important phenomenon around the world. And this has a really interesting fit to our audiences and to our customers that are, or one of them of our important customers are our museums. And why AR and VR? We also know that it's also something that is really emerging and it's really growing fast. We know that it's a market that is going to value 300 billion in 2024. And our market, again, as I already said, is we work for sports and venues, for museums and heritage, for brands and stores, cities and industry. This is our market size. The way we go to market and to get traction through, besides our SaaS model, through partners and resellers that we already have. And our business model is mainly 70% SaaS, 20% revenue share, and 10% clone projects. This is part of our portfolio. We are already working with this in these physical and virtual tours and with immersive engagement. This is Explorer, and thank you for your time.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, co-founder and CEO of Invisible Collector. I'll start by showing you a story. You'd say that this image is about 100 years old, but it's not. It happened yesterday. Sure, you don't have trains, you don't have knives, but you have phones and you have call centers. And you can see there, collectors are still, in the European workforce, maybe the most unmotivated and underpaid people in the continent. And you really want to do your collections like this? You want to get mixed up in that? Well, we believe not, and our customers don't either. So that's why we came up with Invisible Collector. We do collections online. We have a system that standardizes the way you upload your debt portfolios, clusterizes all your debtor database, and applies to each individual debtor contact strategy that includes omni-channel communications like text messages, emails, WhatsApp messages, and whatsoever. We do this continuous cycle over and over again, and we learn from each interaction, getting more and more perfected by the way. With this, you can use 10 times less workforce to deal with a problem. This is what you gain with having AI behind the process. You can sanitize your data, you can predict cash flows, and ultimately reach the holy grail of collections, predict behavior. We're working mostly with the energy sector, finance sector, having those top four projects, 126 companies working with us, and we've already reached collections, we performed collections in over 35 territories. We do this with a very simple business model. Each debtor that gets into the system, we charge a fixed fee, and if we are successful collecting it, we apply an additional success fee. Very simple, and with that, we're growing really fast in the European market, and we want to reach the US, where all the legal conditions that we have, we believe that can really push up our growth. To do that, we were seeking an investment of 1.5 million euros, spread across this very simple pie chart. And how will you get your money back? Very simple. Right now we have about 10 corporate accounts, and if we can scale up this to 50, well, we would have $250 million under management. And if we are successful with these 250 million, as we are now, we would collect 86% of it and have an annual revenue of 7 million. It's really a good business, I guess. You want to know your exit strategy? Well, you can Uberize the whole project, like put up individual collectors, adding up their value here, giving access to debt collection to small collections companies, and even enter the auction market where you would be the reference, the Google of debt collection for the future. And this is a billion-dollar business. I'm Pedro. Thank you for listening.
My name is André Luz, and I am the CEO and the founder of Infinite Foundry. We are a 3D digital twin and virtual sensing technology for industry. Industry nowadays has many challenges. It needs to increase their sustainability, it needs to be more flexible, but still has old school problems like solving quality problems or scaling their business when they have more products to manufacture. The tools that are available in industry to help them are very limited. Or you have, on the left part, you can see a lot of software that only enable you to manage your current operation, not to tell you how to change your operation. And on the left part, you have some simulation softwares, but they are very complex to do, so you only use them when you have a new factory. So for daily operations, how can you change and how can you plan change? Using our technology, you can virtually travel to your factory and you can understand any problem. So you can digitally zoom in to any area of the factory, and you can, for example, ask, if you have the quality problem in this bowl, why I'm having the quality problem? Might be because the press system applied too much pressure. So you can go backwards virtually and understand why that problem has happened, and then run simulations to solve that problem. So our technology has basically three features. A digital twin feature, so it is an exact digital replica in 3D and in real time of the factory. It has a virtual sensing feature, so the capability to calculate any parameter, a deformation, a temperature, pressure, etc. And a virtual training feature for the manual operators to understand why they lack productivity, why they have ergonomic problems. The way we commercialize this technology is a SaaS business model. So we charge per area that is digitalized in the factory, as that is directly proportional to the computational needs to run the technology. And we enable at least 10 times savings, because we reduce downtime we increase efficiency, and we increase flexibility of production. The market for this kind of technology is very big, but I'd like you to draw your attention that the market for the suppliers, so small companies, mid-cap companies, is the biggest one, because you have many more thousands of those companies that actually big industries. Our technology is a whole package that encompasses several technologies. So it has VR and AR, has simulation, has IoT, all together in a coherent package. We have started our business in 2017, focused a lot in the automotive sector, and since then we have been basically branching our business to other sectors, and now we are increasing our operations. So thank you very much.
I'm Pedro, the CEO of InLife, and basically before InLife there were two ways of finding a place, an accommodation in a city you were not familiar with. Either you go to the place and you look for a short-term accommodation, or you stay for a few nights somewhere and you try to talk to landlords, to visit the places, or to try to find the best solutions, and to get all the information and see the places in real time. And you're basically a bit on your own that way. Or you go to a platform, like a professional platform, which replicates basically the model of Airbnb, but for longer stays. And you can see the pictures, you can see the descriptions of the neighborhoods, but you cannot, there are two or three essential elements which you cannot know about the social part, like who's living in the apartment, in the flats, and to check the place in real time, because you're basically watching pictures and videos recorded a few years ago, and you lack this part of getting to know exactly what you'll find at the place. Basically, we come to bring the best of both worlds, offering this through an innovative platform where you can do all the booking online and still visit the place in real time, and getting to know all you need through a live video call, quick live video call with the landlord. So basically, the process of booking the accommodation is quite simple. You go on the map, you check, you put your filters in, and you see the places which are best for you. And you always have two options: request to visit or request to book a place. If you request to visit, you choose a slot from the landlord's availability, and the landlord receives your request and quickly schedules an exact time for the live video call. So basically, either when you're in a city, either in the same country, but you don't want to take a day off to go to a new place to other city to visit the place, or you are anywhere in the world, in Japan, and moving to Portugal in 1 month, you can in real time, and not by recorded videos or pictures, see exactly how the place looks like. And in case of shared flats, which is a huge market for our model, you get to see who is living in the flat, if they are workers, if they are students, which nationalities they are from, etc. And a lot of local tips provided firsthand by the landlord, like restaurants nearby, prices, a lot of stuff, and also regarding transportation. Also, if you need help, you can register and get access to our recommendations. Our algorithm will provide you the specific flats which will be right for you. So basically, this is the main driver: give you full information for a flawless decision making regarding like when information is not clear in one of the listings, there is some doubts about the pictures, housemates, as I said, and also checking the place in real time. It's a huge advantage. And basically the fees, landlord pays a fee for getting the tenant pays a fee for the service. And yeah, basically this website shows the two types of other alternatives you have, like Facebook groups or open websites where you talk directly with the landlord, very poorly curated and filtered, or the digital platforms that have good listings but still don't give you the access to this type of information. And that's it. Thanks a lot. And I'm Pedro. Also, just final thing, we are moving to Spain and to Spain in January. So we are here basically also looking for some partners. And thank you.
Nice to meet you. My name is Gonçalo Consigliere. I'm one of the co-founders at Advisor AI. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much to ICEP and Startup Portugal for the invitation. So, as you may know, big companies like banks, insurance companies, and other big companies, they deal with a huge problem every day, which is they receive thousands or even millions of contacts on their contact centers, from emails, phone calls, social media, chats, everything. And these contacts, all they come and they are being taken care of as the same way as when the contact center started 50 or 60 years ago, which is each one of these contacts that arrive is allocated to one person, and this person just answers it in a manual way. And of course, it's not scalable. And of course, after the beginning of the pandemic, all the directors of contact centers started to look for solutions for these alternatives for this solution. So what they found is that, okay, I need a solution, so what should I do? First thing they do is that they go online and they find like these very basic chatbot solutions that they don't solve the pains of a big bank or insurance company because they don't fulfill all the requirements in the compliance, all the requirements from legal department and from procurement. So it's not an option. Another possible option would be like to create an internal task force with some IT guys, some contact center people, just let's do some small pilot to see what we can do using technology from Google or Microsoft or IBM Watson to see what we can do. But usually they find out that their own employees, they don't have the skills needed to work with AI tools. So of course, if they had a huge budget, what they do usually is that, okay, I don't care, I go to a big consulting firm that, like Accenture, I'll spend 2 million, and they'll take 1 year and they'll create this for us, and we'll be able to automate stuff, but as a so high price that usually they don't have a positive business case for it. So that's the moment where they find us, or solutions like us, and they see a solution that can be implemented in a very low code and scalable way, to giving all the power to the contact center people, so making all the capacity for the contact center people to be completely autonomous without the needs of any IT people, and at the same time to be compliant with all the requirements that usually these internal departments and the regulators bring to these guys. So this is what we're achieving, and that's our vision. So our vision is to be a low-code and scalable conversational AI specifically for the enterprise needs, and operating as a layer between the contact center assistants and the channels that they operate. So bringing the contact center people that usually they have very basic day-to-day work, to bringing them and transform them in what we call the no-code data scientists. So bringing these jobs and making them to be more future towards jobs. So, and this is a market that's growing a lot, and the pandemic bring it to us, bring more market and fastest way of growing. Expectation is that this market will multiply by 3 until 2025, and the result of it is the clients that we have, and I'm pretty sure that you recall some of these logos. We work with Zurich Group, we work with BNP Paribas, we work with Janssen, that you know for the vaccines, of course, Generali and CaixaBank, and the best part is that half of these clients, they just started working with us in the last 12 months, meaning that we are now seeing this huge growth. And that's the main reason why our team is growing as well. We are 28 people now. When we started the year, we were about 15, I think. So we are growing at least 1 person per month, and that's where we keep growing at the moment. All the team is based in Portugal, but now starting to work with companies abroad. We are 3 co-founders. Sorry, I think I lost. Yeah, I had some. Okay, no more time. It's okay, guys. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. For hundreds of years, new treatments have been developed based on the idea that the same medication will work equally for everyone. But unfortunately, for many diseases, this is really not the case. You can take Alzheimer's as an example. It took us almost 20 years and almost 400 tries to finally have a treatment in the market. And the reason for that is that getting drugs on the market for heterogeneous diseases is incredibly hard to do. One of the reasons for that is that clinical trials are not prepared to deal with heterogeneous diseases. Some of the tools that are currently being used, they're very archaic, they're very invasive. They put you a needle into your back, They're very difficult to access. All of this causes 90% of the patients to drop out of the clinical trials and overall creates huge barriers to the approval of these medications. So how many more promising drugs will be abandoned or that evaluation seriously delayed is the question that has been the heart and soul of our mission at ILOF. ILOF is using artificial intelligence and optical signals to create a cloud-based library of disease biomarkers and biological profiles. We're working with hospitals, biotechs, and pharmas to cut up to 40% of the cost and 70% of the time of developing personalized medications for heterogeneous diseases. This is the architecture of our system. We are integrating massive amounts of optical and clinical data to create rapid phenotyping and prediction tools. This is our roadmap. It all starts by solving the problem of the industry with already a clear move into the healthcare market, where we are already working with hospitals in Portugal, Spain, the UK, and a little bit around the globe. This is just a case study of how we were able to cut 40% of the time, 40% of the cost, and 70% of the time of a leading pipeline target for an Oxford-based biotech. Our model is a scalable model, subscription-based, and our vision is to use AI to accelerate development and later on the adoption of treatments for personalized therapeutics. This is what we've done so far. We have more than 1,000 different biological profiles collected. We are backed by investors like Microsoft Ventures, Mayfield, and EIT Health, and we are currently working with 2 global pharmaceutical companies. All of this is only possible because of our amazing team based in Porto, Portugal, and in Oxford, UK, and backed by a external panel of pharma and tech executives. And today, we ask you all to join us as we completely revolutionize the way we develop personalized treatments while hopefully contributing to a better world without Alzheimer's. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Manuel Tamayo from Trigger Systems, and I am going to speak to you about irrigation, which is a very boring topic compared to all the other cool stuff that is being presented in this summit. And yeah, that is my boring face. So, 70% of Earth's surface is water, and 98% of it is seawater that is unfit for human consumption. We take for granted that the remainder, which is precious fresh water, will last us forever. But let me warn you that at the rate that we are pumping water from beneath the earth to supply, our demand is actually higher than it is being replenished, because 70% of global freshwater consumption is accounted for agriculture irrigation. As a matter of fact, just to be straight to the point, irrigation is a boring topic, but it represents a big issue that puts at risk our future generations. Trigger Systems is solving this problem by bringing maximum efficiency to farming and green areas by managing completely the irrigation systems through prediction and automation. We have models on a cloud-based platform that tell you how and when to irrigate, and then through our proprietary artificial intelligence algorithm that handles complex computation and generates and has more than 12 dynamic variables, calculates more than 12 dynamic variables, generate an irrigation recipe that is then sent to our hardware products that are compatible with all irrigation systems in the world, no matter the brand or the make, and actually have very low cost in investment and maintenance. Our technology is so versatile that we have been able to expand our business segments from agriculture to golf and landscaping, and actually have more than 3,000 devices installed in 3 countries. Irrigation and agriculture transformed our society from nomad tribes into thriving civilization we are today. Let's not disappoint our ancestors, because our irrigation methods today could be destroying instead of transforming, and let's care for the planet that we will hand on to our next generation. Our goal in this summit is to create awareness of this problem and to generate strategic alliances with companies that could help us distribute our solution to the markets that we are yet still to target. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Luís Mures. I'm the COO and co-founder of Glartec, and I'm here to show you cutting-edge technology based on augmented reality for industry. Industry is characterized by the big amount of information. Information that is bureaucratic and paper-based processes, which is very difficult to create output from it. And it's important to create output from it, especially to optimize the process. It's also characterized by the big amount of turnover, which results in a disengaged workforce. To solve that, Glartec wants to connect and augment the workers through augmented reality. And to combine that, we developed two solutions. One, GlarVision, that is our augmented and connected platform. That's a digitalized process through augmented reality, and GlarAssist. GlarAssist is our visual remote assist application that helps experts to easily help shop floor operators in a better way. This is a little example of our platform. This is GlarVision with HoloLens. Okay? With HoloLens, we help the operators to guide them to execute the task. So we don't use any kind of physical markers to trigger augmented reality. Okay? And with that, we give all the information that they need to execute their tasks. Some of the principal benefits, we increase 3% of our production with less people, 0 mistakes, with faster training, and most important, 80% full payback in the first year. We have 20 customers, tier 1 customers in 7 industries in more than 10 countries. And this is one the examples of brands that we have, not only customers, but also partners. Of course, we have competition, but we divide our competition into 2 products, but we are the only one that can join these 2 products in only one solution, and with the real augmented reality, without any kind of physical markers. Our business model is based in licensing per user, and this is not possible without our great team. We have more than 20 professionals between 2 offices in Leiria and Lisbon, and with our investors. We received 1.5 million investment in 2019, and right now, next year, we are opening a new second round. Thank you very much.
Everyone is digitally overloaded. Digital is now super competitive, and doctors are no exception to this. So they have to use more digital tools, more digital content, and on top of things, they have to recover long waiting lists and still manage COVID. So what we are solving for them is the massive fragmentation of digital contents and tools that they need to work these days. So meet Tonic App. Tonic App is a medical platform which is curating the best professional resources to help doctors on their day-to-day. Tonic App includes video consultation, electronic prescription, case discussion tool, but also important contents for diagnosis, treatment, and patient referral, medical jobs, and more. Tonic App has already answered more than 1.7 million questions from our doctors. So this is the look and feel of Tonic App, and the typical use case is not actually a use case, it's multiple use cases. A doctor can, for example, calculate today the renal function of a patient that he's seeing. He can go to the heart failure algorithm to check something that he forgot on the treatment decision tree. He may check the healthcare news on Friday and our medical jobs on Sunday. But our data and our usage is even more interesting than that, because each medical specialty actually uses Tonic App differently. So this is how differently an oncologist uses Tonic App compared to a family doctor, for example. If you are still wondering if we are solving a big enough problem for the doctors, I'll show you hard numbers. We have been growing exponentially in number of doctor users already for 10 months. We already have more than 83,000 medical doctors across Portugal, Spain, and Italy. And actually, engagement goes with this acquisition growth. Doctors are using more TonyCap, and actually the way they use it also changes with time, not just with specialty. TonyCap is generating rich real-world data that can inform back many other information systems in healthcare. This is, for example, how different is the digital use that family doctors do of TonyCap across the different regions of Italy. So how do we make money? We don't monetize directly with our doctor user base. We actually leverage different B2B business models with the different healthcare partners. So our healthcare partners pay to publish medical contents and tools at TonyCap, job positions, to have market data, or to subscribe our telemedicine solutions. So among our clients, we already have some of the larger multinationals in the world, just for example, Medtronic, IQVIA, or some of the pharmaceutical companies, and we work with patient associations, doctor associations, and professional associations as well. So why are these players paying us? We have a net promoter score of 50. My time is up. We have a net promoter score of 50. We're now entering Italy after, we are now entering France after entering Spain and Italy, and soon we'll have 3 of the largest 5 healthcare markets in Europe. So I'll be around till the end of this day. If you want to join our story, feel free to reach me out or at daniela@tonycap.com. Thank you so much.
Waterway In is the first solution in the world that provides instant hot water in buildings with no energy consumption at all. If you analyze the efficiency on buildings, households, during the last 3 decades, we can see that there has been a constant improvement on the energy efficiency. But when we analyze the last 10 years, we can see that water heating actually doesn't go aligned with the normal curve. On top of that, the new regulation regarding water efficiency will bring new challenges to buildings regarding energy efficiency. So, sorry. Okay. So one of the things is the water flow in showers and faucets will be reduced, the standards. So it means that hot water will take longer to be available in the consumption points. And additionally, the recirculation system will be compulsory in some of the buildings. That will increase the energy inefficiency of these buildings. If you look at the water heating, currently it represents about 15% of the water consumption in buildings. But if these buildings will have recirculation, this water consumption will represent 25%. And guess what? If buildings will be efficient enough to fulfill NZEB referential, then water heating will be the major inefficient problem of the buildings. So, why our solution is different than what's already out there? We have developed a thermal battery that instantly heats the water that is in the pipeline. So this battery is self-rechargeable, so it's not connected to electricity, has no maintenance, and you can despise using the recirculation system. And this is a system that we offer 25 years warranty. So how does it work? Well, if you look in there, our battery is placed in each compartment, and it will instantly heat the water that is cold on the pipeline. So it means that when you open the tap, you have hot water because this thermal battery is heating the water. And so when the hot water arrives, only with the passage of hot water, the system will self-recharge with no need for additional energy source. Just as a backup, in case that you don't consume hot water time enough, then we have a backup system that actually activates the local pump as a backup to make the fulfilling of the battery if your use doesn't charge it totally. So how do you show value to our customer? We have developed this platform that actually analyzes a particular project for architects and projects and deliver to the customer one thing before you are building your house.
It's going to tell you how much time the water will take to be in each of your faucets, and also how much water you're going to waste and how much energy you're going to waste with the conventional solutions, and then it delivers you the payback time that you will have with our solution. We currently have more than 500 units installed, a patent pending in EU and US, and we have a certified product, and 2 models already going to... okay, so I'll keep going just for a time. Okay, so just right now we are in the investment round. Basically, this investment, we want to scale up our production and we want to speed up our go-to-market strategy. So our goal is actually to reach 10 million euro sales in 2 years, and next year reduce our manufacturing costs by 50% with this investment. So if you'd like to know more about it, just reach me out, I'll be around. Thank you so much.
To the end with this presentation. I won't take much of your time. I know it's already lunchtime, so I will let you go as soon as possible, but I just want to thank everyone who came to this speeching session. I want to thank the Portuguese Embassy for inviting us. I want to thank the Portuguese Trade Commission, ICEP, for inviting us. And I want to thank the Secretary of State for Internationalization of Portugal for being here and for the support. And well, once again, thank you all and have a nice South Summit. Goodbye.